Well, hello there. It is time to discuss the Rogue class. One of the 4 starter classes. Let's get to it, shall we? The Rogue class is very easy to get. Either choose it as a starter class when you begin the game or buy it later at Class Hall A. For enhancements, I recommend using Luck, Vim, and Vainglory. For your weapon enhancement, it can vary. For hard-hitting bosses, use Dauntless, otherwise use Ravenous. I will explain later on in the video why you would want to use different weapon enhancements for different scenarios. If you do not have access to Forge enhancements, mix and match between Luck and Thief, as this is a dexterity class. The mana model for Rogue is different. It will receive a little health and mana back each time it dodges an enemy attack. Remember, misses don't count. You need to dodge for the mechanic to work. As it is a starter class, Rogue does not have a rank 10 passive. It has 2 rank 4 passives. First one is an increase to dodge by 15%. The next one is hit chance increased by 10% and crit chance increased by 15%. Rogue's auto attack has a cooldown of 1.5 seconds, compared to 2 seconds on most classes. The catch, however, is that it only deals 175% weapon damage. Its second skill is called Viper's Kiss. It deals light damage to one target and applies the effect of Viper's Kiss onto the target, causing the enemy to have a ticking damage over time on them. The third skill is called Footwork. This increases your haste and dodge by 30% for 7 seconds. At my level and with the enhancements I am using this skill takes me to the max haste and at 86% evasion chance, meaning I won't get hit. Only downside to it is that it can't be looped by itself, as the effect will fade before the skill comes off cooldown. The fourth skill is called Stiletto. It applies Concealed Blade to the user for 7 seconds. During this time, if an enemy is below 40% of their max HP, you will deal increased damage. This will become larger as the enemy health keeps becoming smaller. The final skill is called Opportunity Strike. This skill basically deals more damage the longer Viper's Kiss has been active. It is best to use this skill just before Viper's Kiss fades. As for farming, I would not recommend it. Yes, I do have Dauntless equipped, and that is very helpful for the cooldown reductions in this situation, but there are far better farming classes out there. When soloing bosses that have high HP and do not one-shot you, I would recommend using Ravenous enhancement. Ravenous works well as you get slight buffs and your enemy gets slight nerfs. It also works well in conjunction with your fourth skill, as with high HP bosses, the closer they are to death, the more damage you will be dealing. With all this, it still takes a long time though, as your damage start to show once the enemy is below 40% health, and you having to rely on dodging to receive small portions of health back. It is essential you use Dauntless, so you are always at max haste and can loop Footwork when killing bosses that will one-shot you. For your combo, I suggest always starting with your third skill, then using your fourth skill even if the enemy is not below 40% HP. After that, I would then use your second skill and then your fifth skill when Viper's Kiss is about to fade. This allows you always keep Footwork on loop so you don't die. But just remember, your ping and lag can make it that there might be a slight window where you can get hit if Footwork is delayed. Do not use this class for supporting. All it can do is apply a dot to the target, lol. Overall, while Rogue can have the potential to solo one-shot bosses, it requires timing and takes a long time to kill them. In my opinion, Rogue is the starter class I dislike the most compared to the other 3. At that point of time, you won't be fighting one-shot bosses that early into the game. There are other classes that can do a much better job later on as well. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice morning/afternoon/evening.